Morning, you guys. Oh my god, hey. How are you? Good morning. I heard the alarm and I was like, oh sorry, Bunny's literally giving me the biggest test ever. No. I'm gonna try and do pull-ups. Here you go. Thank you. Let's do the clean of getting ready. Happy Monday. Eat because we have testing. You have a lot more energy when you eat, so I'm having 2 eggs, 1 egg white, a little bit of cream cheese for some good fats on a bagel. I have been tracking my proteins Monday through Friday. I used to track like Monday through Sunday. If I don't track, I can kind of spitball like what I should be getting in terms of my proteins, but when I track, it just makes it so much more obvious. So every single day I try and hit 140 grams of protein, which is a lot, but I do work out pretty much like 5-6 times a week and lift quite heavy. So the app that I use is called Synopsis. You can actually follow me on here and basically you just take a photo of your food and AI will tell you like this has 18 grams of protein, which is great. And I would say that if tracking is very triggering for you, do not download this app. I feel like I've come a long way in being able to be like, okay, I'm just going to track my proteins and have like a very healthy mindset around it. And if that's something that scares you or triggers you, like please do not download it. That's just like a disclaimer. I'll go into this more in this video, but working with my trainer, my mind is so different to what it used to be when I used to like diet in high school and just like have the worst relationship with food. I've also had like a few partners that have had really bad relationships with food, which has definitely been interesting to navigate how your own relationship is affected when there's other people around you. Like for example, like Talia has like the most fantastic relationship with food, and so does my other housemate Celine. And I would say that that makes me like a more healthy individual. So if you have friends that are like triggering you and saying like, oh, I look fat, or like I can't eat this, or that has too many calories, or like stuff like that, like they're probably not the people that you want to be surrounding yourself with in order to create a healthy mindset. And if you do need to create that distance just for like a little bit, that is also fine. So this is my little outfit. Here's like, the more you talk about it, the worse it's just like a scab. Like you just continually open it. Yeah, you can fucking go to therapy for it. Why are you going to therapy over a boy? Walking to the gym, and this week I'm really going to try and get my 10,000 steps in every single day. It's just like a good marker to have, and I just need to be more organized and get up earlier to be able to walk to the gym. Look who's with me. Oh my god! Hey. Oh! Birthday! Happy birthday.
Hi.
Birthday testing.
Is that running?
Yeah? What is it not running?
I did deadlifting on my actual birthday. You fucking kidding me?
Happy birthday! What? Oh, great color!
Explosive movement in there, our kettlebell swing with reset. That's one that we need to do with some good intent. All right, which is going to lead us through into our deadlifts.
This is my APS training, and essentially during this training, it's called Advanced Performance Squads, and it's testing week, which means every 12 weeks you test like different movements that you've been working on, and there's like a lot of mobility. So think of this as like semi-private training, almost like personal training. There's only 5 of us in the class, and today we're working on deadlifts and pull-ups. I'm notoriously so bad at pull-ups. I feel like I have a very weak back, would you say? Not even arm muscles, like back muscles. And just then you would have seen I did the green band first. That's like what I started on, and now I'm actually really happy that I can do 2 red bands. I did try and do 1 red band, which I posted on TikTok, but I failed, which was so normal. I feel like it's so normal to fail, especially like in testing weeks, but also having other people who are doing testing with you makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun. So this is what I do on Mondays and Wednesdays, and you'll see my second, this is my attempt, on my second class on Wednesday, where we were testing back squats, I think, and bench press. Also, one of the important things that Jessie teaches me is like, try not to do everything all at once. Like you might see some girls be like, the easiest way to like drop fat or whatever is to walk 20,000 steps. But if you're like rarely even getting in 10,000, like you shouldn't try and jump to 20,000, because you think that that's what's going to help, because it's unsustainable. So just remembering, like, you can't do everything all at once. Last week I was focusing on getting more of my training in, my water, and this week is steps to sleep. Walked home, which you saw, and now I'm gonna do a few things before I start like my working day. And I would say the great thing about having a trainer is that your like health and fitness is very much like integrated into your life. So for example, I don't think like I'm gonna go for a walk. I just like walk to and from the gym and try and get my steps in. I need to fill out like a bunch of different questions, and basically with Jessie, my trainer, we go through like my proteins, today my proteins last week, my sleep, and also my steps, and 3 liters of water. Skin can be largely genetic, but water and getting outside and all those things do help. That fridge at the moment, so I can see we have lettuce. I've got some mandarins in there, or clementines, whatever you want to call them. Then I have arugula, rocket if you want to call it that. I've got all my capsicums, chilies, tomatoes, and avocado, I think. Okay, cool. So then I want to look at like what my protein source will be for this week. So I've been really liking making taco balls with ground turkey. I break it up by writing a little notes app and basically being like, what nights am I going to be out? So I know I have like a steak night this week with Jenna, so I don't need dinner that night. I know that I have like a red carpet thing this week, so I know that I probably need to eat something like on the lighter side before I go, because I think we're getting fed. I don't really know. I don't love cooking chicken at home. I feel like I just like kind of grosses me out sometimes. No ice left, dang. Like halfway. This core power shake, 42 grams of protein. And it makes like this little iced coffee, and it's so yummy, and then I'll drink the rest of it later. Got some more eggs because we go through them like nobody's business. Got these bagels, everything bagels, lettuce, hopefully this chicken is still okay. Cottage cheese, avocado and coriander. Taco seasoning, 2 core power drinks. I wanted to try Olipop.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to show you what I'm eating for dinner. Soba
yummy.
noodles. The chicken breast that I accidentally left outside for 3 hours. It's a very simple, easy dinner that you can do if you can't be bothered making anything. Took me about 15 minutes. Great, easy to throw together. Onion, a bit of garlic, so if you're feeling a bit sick, perfect. Frozen edamame. Go move.
Ready?
I'm so annoyed. I slept in, so I booked a last minute core power class. I need to get ready for ASAP. Okay, so I'm walking over to Pilates. Gotta get my steps in. I feel so tired, but this is my view. I was feeling so weak the whole class, but I'm glad that I went, and now I'm like drenched in sweat, so I need a city bike home because I'm too cold. This is what I'm having for breakfast. So I've got let's see, everything bagel, cottage cheese. I'm really on my cottage cheese grind these days.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm going to try some this one.
It's actually just so like, you know?
I don't know if I've ever had cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. Yeah, it's very American. Like I've never tried it until I moved here. Turkey and roasted capsicums. Sounds gross, but it's actually super tasty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kind of looks like wet feta. It's like early to have this, but when I'm on my period, I have the most crazy like sweet craving. Drinking coffee with my friends Talia and Liza. I spoke about this briefly on TikTok, but I got an IUD for the first time like in January or Feb when I was in Australia. I haven't been on birth control in 6 years, and then prior to that I was on birth control for 5 years. So I feel like my body's just adjusting to that. I used to say you were craving like chocolate. I'd be like, oh, let me eat like this raw vegan treat and popcorn and all these other things, and besides the thing that I actually wanted. And then you'd end up eating what you actually wanted. And I feel like now that I'm more like in tune with my body, I can just like exercise a lot more. I don't want to say control because that sounds like very like, I don't love that word, but for lack of a better word, like I can exercise more self-control and just like eat a little bit of something and then be like, okay, cool, I'm like satiated. I don't need to eat like the whole packet of Tim Tams and have this scarcity mindset that I'll never be able to eat them again. I had lunch, and like I said, I didn't have a great sleep last night, so I feel like I'm craving a lot of different things, plus my period. So I feel like I'm just getting my ass handed to me with my period, really. But also, not to be that bitch, but like being outside and walking is so good for your mental health and for like your processing your thoughts and your feelings. Hey, Frankie. Oh, guys, I'm feeling super emo, so what's new? I'm eating some, these, we don't have these in Australia, do we? Mm-mm. These are so yum. They're like everything bagel, pretzel. I've never tried the everything. They're phenomenal. Now eating this bowl of pho. Really just felt like comfort food, you know? So just finished my call with Grilled, and now I'm gonna go have a sauna with Jenna. I have not hit my protein for today though, so that's not great. Don't mind my messy room. Forgot to show my outfit. These crisscross leggings from Elite 11, and then like this bit. I'm also really pale at the moment because I'm getting laser, so I'm gonna tan tonight after I get laser. It doesn't, you know how I wore the other ones that had the scrunch bun, if you follow me on TikTok? This set doesn't actually have that, but I feel like it would be cool if it did. I also ordered a bunch of other items from Elite 11 to arrive. I really want to buy that. Okay, so I walked halfway and rode halfway because I wasn't going to make it in time. I stayed at coffee for too long, so walked a bit, rode a bit. Now I'm walking across to the gym.
In terms of the way that we're going to approach this session, all right, we have no prime component today. I keep forgetting to vlog, but I've just walked half an hour home and I need to get ready for another meeting in Tribeca, and I think I'm going to try and walk there as well. Last night, couldn't sleep. Just got back from a work meeting and I'm eating the rest of my pho from yesterday. Good morning, you guys. It is 6:15 and I'm heading to the gym. I don't know what. So you like cravings and like my period last night at like midnight, I was like, oh my god, I feel like chocolate's so bad, and I just ate like half a block of chocolate. But I didn't obviously record it because at the time it was like midnight. But well, actually, I say I'm on my period. I've not gotten my period yet. Like kind of came and like went, but I think I'm in like the pre-period stage, you know? Hi guys, it's your girl. So if you're wondering why the vlog stopped at Thursday, it's because I was just like really stressed this week and busy. So I just like stopped filming because it was just taking up too much time. Sorry. So yeah, I will try and be better next week though. But fun fact, Tiles and I are on the hunt for a personal assistant at the moment. So my vlogs and filming and stuff will be a lot more regular once we have someone, but just trying to balance like my workload at the moment, then like posting on TikTok and posting on here. So sorry for the short vlog. Let me know which ones you prefer, because I know last week I posted like the week of work and then people were like, no, we like the fitness videos. And obviously you can't like appeal to everyone, but it's just like interesting for me to know where to concentrate my efforts. But anyway, love you. Bye.